Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for a render FET and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis, and we're gonna see a render here starting with the 1 hour chart on the micro level, of course, regarding our impulse, since we have bottomed exactly in our blue box as we were expecting there. I'm looking for a 1 2 1 2 1 2 again, and then 3 4 5 4 5, and currently we have finished the wave 3 with it, of course, in the yellow scenario. Currently, I'm looking for a wave 4 in the yellow to reach at least the 0.23 taken from the high here based on the wave 2 there in the yellow scenario as well. To reach, of course, the minimum target 0.23 fib level to $0.15 for FET. It's a very, very nice push for FET here. We have pushed really massively and high here, 100% directly in one single move for FET, and that means, of course, yeah, this is very likely it is a wave 3. We're looking for a wave 4 and a 5. The wave 4 might be deep. Be careful because we have a regular flat here. I'm expecting something as a zigzag, honestly, here for a wave 4, but knowing that this move here is still looking, of course, very sideways and very complex, but it doesn't mean that it might not drop down again, of course, for something very, very deep. So we gotta be careful with it, and we might still see, of course, something complex here to unfold, or at least even an ABC, something like that, to reach at least the target at $2.15. So yeah, regarding FET, I think that this is, of course, we cannot debate about it. That this is something very impulsive as a 1 2 3 4 and a 5, finished wave 3 here, and we're looking for an F5. Now the next target, I would say, we can have, of course, a next target for higher prices that it might unfold here based on the wave 1, and a reference target as a wave 3. So I'm looking for the next blue box to reach this area. Don't forget, when you get a very massive wave 3, the wave 4 might be very deep and the wave 5 might be short, meaning it is very likely as well to simply take the high here before pushing low for a wave 2, and then continuation in a full impulse toward the upside again. Yep, so this is regarding FET. Let's see the next one, which is, sorry, this is regarding render. Let's see the next one, which is FET here. FET as well showed, of course, a 55, 60% even, of course, push. Render showed a 100%, even it was much more intense, I would say. 1 2 3 4 and a 5, still very likely here. We have finished a wave 3 in the top, and as you can see on the lower time frame, we are starting to be corrective in 3 waves toward the upside here, and something very, very complex is unfolding there as a correction. Now, of course, as a correction, wave 4, and of course, as alternation between, of course, the wave 2 here, we have an ABC, very, very long one, or even a WX and a Y, preferably ABC, but yeah, it doesn't look like a finished, really good ABC there. It looks like 3 waves. However, in case that this is EO wave 2, you're expecting a very, very long time here for a wave 4. So basically, if we take the timing here, well, we might take, of course, a little bit a much more range here from this wave 4 to be done and finished. There you go. So this is your red box based on the time as well, where we might arrange here in confluence. Of course, don't forget that you hit already the 0.23 within this complex structure. But what I'm expecting here is something as WX and a Y potentially, and then continuation toward the upside as a 1 2 3 4 5. Now, in case that we are corrective here and we are only in a potential W, X, and a Y, or A, B, and a C here, yeah, so something like that can be something, of course, well, even the wave C has stopped there, unless you are in W, W, X, and a Y. Okay, so in case that this is a W, X, and a Y, that means, of course, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and a zigzag here, yeah, and then pushing lower. So we gotta also be careful with it. Invalidation for this scenario is, I mean, is very, very far, so we cannot wait for that. Yeah, so it's very far. This is your invalidation there of bullish. So we need, of course, to look at the structure on the micro level. Meaning, if we are impulsive, then okay, we are looking for something really bearish. But obviously, that this is very corrective, guys, and nothing will be impulsive there. So I'm still looking for higher in a highest possibility also as well for FET. Yep, the final one we have here is injective. So for injective also, it is a nice finishing here exactly in our blue box 0.618, and we have finished here as a potential, of course, diagonal, ending diagonal, obviously finished, and of course we saw a reaction. Now, this reaction was not very strong as FET and render, but not bad. It's a 40% as well, which is very, very interesting. Now, basically, double one, two, wave three, four, five, a four, and a five. Well, unfinished. And of course, if you are looking that this is a wave five, well, I doubt it a little bit. Let me check it first. One, two, and then wave three, four, five. Well, yes, actually, it can be. Actually, it can be, guys. So yeah, it can be an impulse. What else it can be anyway? So yeah, so very likely that we have topped here for injective, and we might be looking for a deep correction in a wave two. Therefore, we gotta consider that this is your one, two, and then three, four, and a five there. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the yellow, and therefore our target might be reaching right now a wave two. Wave 2 minimum requirement is 0.38, and that, yeah, that means we are diving deeper here in this testing area for a wave 2. Yeah, so wave 2 might take a little bit also more time than this. So wave 2 timing is there, so between 0.38 and the 1-to-1 fib time there. So yeah, we still need, of course, to drop down here. We still need to see some lower prices that it might unfold for a wave two before we push for higher again. Yeah, so basically, I see still, of course, after this finished impulse, potentially, of course, we push back higher. Now, be careful. Bearish scenario can be a W, X, and a Y. Of course, don't forget that those looks like zigzags. X, and of course another zigzag as a wave Y. So we gotta be careful from it. This might means, of course, that we might drop a little bit lower. Maybe we might take the low again, dive deeper in our blue box there, which is still possibility. But we're gonna watch, of course, and test step by step. If we fail this area, we shift, of course, to the next area. If we fail it, okay, then yes, definitely we're pushing for lower, and it might be, of course, a deeper correction, meaning something still unfolding as 1-2-1-2 here, 3-4 and a 5, potentially 4 and a 5 deeper, or it can be even here a 1-2 and then 3-4 and a 5, potentially very deep to take the low again. The wick probability can be there, but of course it's still very far. We need to break, of course, our levels here, testing areas for something bullish in the beginning, and then we call something bearish. All right, so that was it for FET render and injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.